right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Delirious, 1991. I'm giving this 2 out of 5 stars. I just like this movie. I got a few chuckles out of it, admittedly, but this movie was a financial flop back in 1991. I've only seen 2 other John Candy movies, by the way, 1941 and Little Shop of Horrors. So this is my 3rd John Candy movie, and it was a huge financial flop. Not one of his more popular movies, I guess, but it had a budget of 18 million, and the box office was only 5.5 million. So terrible loss on this one. But it's about this soap opera writer played by John Candy. He's in love with the actress, some kind of television star actress, and he doesn't want to write her out of the storyline, but she's demanding more money, so the producers, they want to have her get in some sort of a horse accident so that she can leave the show. John Candy wants her in there because he's infatuated with her, and she's in love with the doctor actor in the soap opera. So they get into a fight. John Candy says he wants to go to Vermont to get some Nat King Cole records, and she says, "Okay, I'll go with you." But then he pops out of nowhere and starts kissing her like a crazy man, and then the trunk pops open and smacks John Candy in the head. And it's hard to figure out what's going on. There's some lack of continuity there. It appears like he's driving to Vermont by himself, and he gets in a car crash. I don't even know why that scene is in there, but whatever. So at this point, we don't know if he's if he's dreaming the soap opera in his mind from the car accident or from the trunk snapping up and whacking him in the head. But anyways, he wakes up in his mind. He wakes up in the soap opera hospital, the town of Ashford Falls, which he says doesn't exist. And he starts discovering that he can change the settings around him just by typing on his typewriter, typing out the story on his typewriter. So he tries to get his dream girl to fall in love with him, and he succeeds somewhat. But then Mariel Hemingway, he ends up falling in love with Mariel Hemingway in the end, and then Robert Wagner pulls out a shotgun, shoots him, and he wakes up to the real world. And that's pretty much the movie. There's a lot of boring soap opera stuff in between. Raymond Burr is in his last movie. I believe he died a couple years after this movie, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, pretty dumb, lame movie. Like I said, I got a few chuckles out of it. I'm not a big John Candy fan. Um, like I said, I'm not crazy about the comedians during this time, whether it be Chris Elliott or John Candy or any of the comedians from the early 80s. But I sat through it. I tortured myself, and I didn't like it that much. It surprised me. It made me laugh a few times. It wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be, but still, I couldn't bring myself to like this movie at all. So it's kind of a little bit of the unexpected and a little bit of what I really expected, and a lot of what I really expected, I should say. And that's about it. Gonna watch Heaven's Gate. This long 4-hour Western. It's like a roadshow movie. Gone with the wind of Westerns, I guess. It's 2 discs. I don't know if there are any bonus features. I guess I'll find out. But yeah, I fired up the hamburgers. He got grease all over his fingers because he ate the top of the bun first with all the fried onions on it. So it got a little messy, but I guess I'll fire up some more hamburgers later tonight. I got the job at UHG. I didn't think it would be so easy. It's almost, but they're going to send me an offer letter tomorrow. I guess I got to wake up early again and turn on the Telegram app. So that's pretty good. I hope it's something that I can start pretty soon. Get me up and running and making lots of money. I'm all for it. But yeah, Heaven's Gate is coming up. I put all the actors' names. Oh, and there's a really bad Prince song called Delirious, same as the movie title. And it's like Prince is using one of those Casio keyboards. It's really bad. Then you got James Brown, I'm a Man, It's a Man's World. That song. Yeah, not a good flick. Delirious. He got snapped in the head with the trunk. And that's when he became delirious. So later on, we find out when he wakes up that he imagined the car crash too. That was part of his delirious period. But I didn't really know that when I first started watching. Maybe I'm a little dim in that area. I should have figured it out much earlier, but for some reason that really bothered me that they didn't explain it right away. I don't know why, but anyway, I'll get to Heaven's Gate now, and can't say highly recommend it or check it out, but I did put the actors' names and the musicians' names in the description box. A lot of big name actors in this one. So there you have it. Big financial flop. It only made a third of what it cost at the box office. That's pretty bad. Investors lost a lot of money on this movie. I guess they were banking on John Candy's star appeal. Just looks like a big slob, and I don't know why people even bothered to pay money to go see him back in the 80s, but he does have he does have a strong passion for pastrami sandwich in this movie. He's always eating pastrami sandwich. So maybe if he had laid off the pastrami sandwich, he wouldn't have died in his early 40s. Like my stepdad, who ate at Burger King every day. Anyways, I don't want to sound like a health Nazi, but if you want to live long, you can't eat sandwiches all day. These the red meat sandwiches, if you know what I mean. So that's about it. That's all I have to say. Laters.